I don't even know if I started streaming or not actually. Oh no, I did. Okay, that's a little awkward. Anyway, so today we will look at the MaBe challenge. Because apparently it's more like a movement detection in mice. So let's maybe go through the overview first. We will develop ML models to recognize behaviors in mice based on the movements. Okay. Okay. He's just basically saying the animal behavior is complex. I think that this kind of describes what he's trying to say here. And like also how difficult it is to get training data for something like this. Okay, so I think this is more important. We need to identify 30 different social and non-social behaviors. I think that's the objective of the competition. Social and non-social behaviors. Okay. In pairs and groups of co-house mice. Okay. Based on markerless motion capture of their events in top-down video recordings. Okay, so we have a video. Okay. Top-down video recordings. Okay. The dataset includes 400 hours of footage from 20 plus systems, all carefully labeled frame by experts. Our goal is to recognize these behaviors as accurately as a trained human observer would, while overcoming the variability arising from the use of different data collection equipment and motion capture pipelines. Okay. Your work will help scientists automate behavior analysis and better understand animal social structures. These models may be deployed across numerous labs in neuroscience, computational biology, blah blah blah, to create a foundation for future ML. Okay. The evaluation is F1 score. Okay, that's pretty standard. They're averaged across each lab video and score only the specific behaviors and mice that were annotated. The implementation of the code is given. Okay. The submission file is present for each discrete action. Just contain a header and have the following format. So we have a row ID, we have a video ID, we have the agent ID and a target ID. Okay, wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we are starting to stop frame. Do we need to detect every single frame? Like, do we need to submit for every single frame? And I think the action is sniff. Okay. Okay, we have to see what kind of actions are there. They mentioned there are 30 actions, right? So let's see. Okay, we have row ID and video ID, which is just ID, I guess. There's an agent and there's a target. I wonder what these are. Maybe I'll look at the data section. Okay. Started like yesterday. The deadline is 3 days after my birthday. Interesting. Oh no, the deadline is 15th actually. It's the team deadline. Okay. Okay, the price pool. Yeah, all this is standard. There's some previous efforts. The competition builds on the workshop and competitions from previous. Oh, that's interesting. So there was a MaBe workshop and competitions like 3-4 years ago. Okay, I'll probably have a look at this as well. Maybe I'll do EDA first though. Okay, there's this data set as well, which is very interesting. I'll do one thing. Let me curate a Word file for this. Okay, let me just drag it along. I don't know if you guys can see this. I think you can. Alright, MaBe. Oh my god. MaBe challenge. Alright. So the objective is to detect actions of mice. There are 30. And there's some classification on this, right? He mentioned them as social and non-social. Social and non-social movements. Evaluation as F1 score. I guess I'll have a look at the evaluation metric code, not better understand, but I think it's fine. Timelines is fine. I don't. Yeah, these are important. Previous competitions. Is this? Oh my god. Then there's this. Doesn't even paste. I don't know what's the issue. Oh my god. Please, copy. There you go. Okay. What else do we got? I think that's it. There's also this. Oh man, how do you do this? Hold on, guys. Oh, this is so annoying. Is there no shortcut? Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, let's go to the data. Yeah, same yap. The hidden set. Submission score, the actual test data will be available. Roughly 200 videos in the hidden test set. Okay, that's I guess important. Oh my fuck. So annoying. Okay. Yeah, the different files. It's a lab ID. The pseudonym of the lab that's used to provide the data. Yeah, some additional data sets. Okay, this is important. It's a video ID. So there are only 4 mice. Okay. Maybe it'll be better, actually, if I do the EDA simultaneously while I read this. Let's do that actually. I just realized my screen in the OBF is a little too big. Hold on, let's fix this. Um, it's weird, that shouldn't have happened. There you go. Okay. Right, so okay, these are pseudonyms of the labs which gave the data to us. Okay. Alright, fine, these are just lab names. I can just say that, I guess. I don't think this is relevant, right? I mean, it's just an ID. I don't think lab ID is really that relevant, actually. Maybe it can be used as a feature, who knows. Anyway, what were the other columns? There's a video ID. Sure, that's the shape. That's the shape of the DF. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, mouse 124. Here we go. Mouse 124, strain, color, sex, ID, age, and condition. Okay. It's a strain. Okay. Right. What's the color? White, black, brown, black, and tan. Okay. This will be some male, female, I guess. There's nans as well. Yeah, okay. Why are there 4 mice? There's just an information about the mice. Well, I guess in each of the videos there'll be like 4 mice. I think that's what it means. Okay. Fine, like, okay, this is fine. Let's just move on. Just age. I don't think mice live long, right? Yeah. Better than 40 weeks. Interesting. These need to be converted, yeah. I can just write this down. I'll just put this here, unfortunately. You guys can see it, but I just want to convert to very bad labeling annotation, but it's fine. Let's see. Mouse one condition. Wait, what? How is a mice condition a wireless device? What the hell is going on here? What do you mean? I don't know what condition is. How is a mice condition a wireless device or cable? What the fuck is this? Yeah, I don't know what this is, bro. Okay, anyway, let's forget about it. So we have strain, color, sex, ID, age, and condition for 4 mice. Right? What about frames per second? Okay. I don't know how this is relevant, but fine, I guess. Are we gonna start a notebook, by the way? Because this actually looks a little complex, I'm not gonna lie. Are we gonna start a notebook? Not really. Oh, Ambrose is everywhere, bro. Holy shit. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the EDA. Yeah, I'm gonna do the EDA as much as I can. We're gonna go through Ambrose's notebook after this, maybe. Maybe that's better. Okay. This video duration in seconds. Okay, that's fine. Pixel per centimeter. Okay, all these are just camera related features, or like basically the video related features. Okay, these are pretty obvious. I think what's more important is this. What body part is being tracked. Okay, this is interesting. Oh man, the the data frame that they have given as part of training, it's not really that straightforward. Behaviors label. CD is going to take some time actually. Huh? What's underscore? What the fuck? Okay. So all this happened, and we need to detect this. That's interesting. Hmm. Okay. So these are 30? No. Or wait, actually, yeah. I mean, we have combinations, right? As he mentioned over here. Where was it? Yes, sniff. I think that's one of them. No? Oh. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, why is it not being searched properly? Whatever. Okay, fine. Like this makes sense. So mouse 1, mouse 2, shepherd. I don't know what shepherd means. Disengage, rear, sniff. Interesting. Okay. What else? Tracking method. What is this? The model used to track the animal's pose. Oh, okay. Alright. Cool. So we have a bunch of IDs. We have a bunch of characteristics of the mice. There are four such mice. There's some characteristics about the video that was taken. There's this body parts. This is the main labels I think we are supposed to predict in form of a list. There's the tracking method as well. I guess these are just algorithms. But okay, that's the training data, the train.csv. And what I assume is in the test df, you're supposed to predict behaviors label. Um, oh, that's given as well. Wait, what? I'm very confused. What are you supposed to predict? Yeah, let's move forward. Let's see. Let's move forward first. Let's see. We have the feature data. Um, feature data. Okay. Let's see that then. Oops. Aren't these the lab IDs? I think these are the lab IDs, right? Okay. So for each lab ID, we have a bunch of Parquet files. Tracking. Okay. I don't know why I did CSV by the way. It should be Parquet. Okay. Holy shit, these are big. um, okay, I think I get what these are. So in DF lab ID, there's lab ID, and if I do something like adaptable small, you'll get the oh what. Oh, it's nail. Blind. Okay, we are 17. Okay, we have a bunch of video IDs as well. Right. So this is the video ID. So this, and then there's the filter on the video ID. What is this again? Alright, let's see. And these video IDs, what's the format? Okay, are these numbers? Could have done dot data. Yeah, these are numbers. Okay. Right. So this is the okay. I get it. So these are the lab IDs and these are the video IDs, and um, so these are the frames, and this is what the mice are doing. Okay. Huh. So for each lab ID, we have a bunch of footage of 4 mice, and what's interesting is in each frame. So if I do something like let's just look at the first frame. Okay, so we have 8 frames on each mice. Sorry, 9 frames. Yeah, 9 frames for each mice, and each frame okay, we have 9 body parts: body center, ear, left, right, lateral, left, right, nose, tail base, tail midpoint, tail tip, and body center. Oh, sorry, this is the second one. So this. Okay, we have 9 body parts, right? And okay, let me get this straight. So we have a train.csv. I'm not gonna write it down actually. I just want to know. I just want to write down the tracking here. Let me just. Let me just write about the tracking data. So there's. I don't even need to write it down. I think it's pretty obvious. So we have tracking data, lab ID, video ID. In each video we have 4 mice, and each mice has 9 parts. And in each frame, the x and y coordinates of each body part of each mice is given. Yeah. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Let's move on. Yeah. This makes sense. Okay. So these are the x and y coordinates in pixels. Okay. Then there's the annotation. Let's come to that. Okay, let's pick the same video. There is this. I mean, same lab and video ID. Keep making the same mistake. Okay. Just paste it here. Oh, oh, sorry. Uh, all right. I don't know why I did this. I actually needed to. Okay, this target ID, this agent ID. Okay, we have stop and start frames. So what? Still, my question is every single frame of every video annotated? Because he just mentioned that the annotations were sparse, right? I didn't mention this. Yeah. The behaviors labeled in this video necessarily the annotations are sparse. Each lab annotated the videos differently, may not have annotated all behaviors for a video, and may not have annotated all mice in each video. How many videos do we have in total? 19 directories, 25, 46. That's about 350 something, 450, 470, 480 almost, 490, 496, okay, 560, 35, 568, 600, 24, 630, 660, 670, 670, 770, 795, almost 800 videos almost for training. And do we have the same mice for the test set? I think that it should be the case, right? The basic, there should be same mice because it doesn't make much sense if they're not. I mean, it does. I mean, we would assume that the model generalizes across the mice. I really wonder how important would things like age or gender of the mice would be relevant into detecting what they're doing. Okay, let's look at the annotation now. So I assume agent ID is the person who is performing the action on the target. So if I say chase, I assume this means that the agent ID is chasing agent ID as in the agent mice is chasing the target mice. Yeah, see it's the mice performing the behavior and the target is the targeted mice. Yeah, mouse grooming itself have the same agent and target ID, that's fine. And this is, I think, what we need to protect at the end. Okay. And how many actions are there? These are supposed to be 30 then. Or 31 if you include NAND. Let's see. 4. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Like, everything need not be in a single video, so I assume there are 30 actions. Okay. This is a very interesting competition. I really like the dataset of this. It's also important to note I don't think all the frames are annotated. Like for a particular these many videos. I mean, yeah, I mean, in some frames the mice are really not doing anything. So, um, hmm. Yeah, I mean, maybe I assume that the annotators thought the mice from like frame 54 to 128 are not really doing anything. Do we have the actual videos of these things? I would want to watch. Guess not though, right? I mean, I saw there's not much here, so there's plain and test we saw already. We saw the tracking files, and we saw the annotations as well. I don't think the videos exist, to be honest. Mm, okay, that makes sense. I have some very interesting ideas that are popping up, but I'll keep them to some other session because let's just focus on the EDA part. Cool. Let's hold on this. Um, yeah, let's look at the sample submission. So yeah, I guess this is what you need to submit. Given the frames as well, what would be very interesting is to understand would be to understand um, do I need to annotate every single frame? It's very interesting. I mean, I have to look at the code of the metric in order to understand this. But okay, that's about what we have in the training, I guess. Pretty straightforward, actually. Um, I don't think there was anything that I really didn't understand completely. Uh, Maybe except for what do we do here? Body parts tracked. This label. I still don't understand why you need behaviors labeled. Actually, this he says the annotations are sparse, right? I guess what this means is that not every frame is annotated. And to the model that we train, only the behaviors that are within the scope um, of this particular data frame is relevant to that particular video, I think. I don't want to ask though, is the what is this? Student is trying to precision. There are non-zero submissions. We had admin integration test submissions. That's Achieve a perfect score of 1. Okay. Link to metric implementation is broken. It has been fixed. Okay. And nothing here, I guess. Thank you for welcoming me to the competition, I guess. The goal is to build ML tools that can unite the diverse spectrum of data collected by groups studying mouse behaviors. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Fucking agent mouse bullying the target mice here. Poor mice, bro. So racist. We're a group of neuroscientists and ML researchers studying how brains are wired for social interactions. Hmm. Okay, this is very exciting. Okay, as we saw, the leader was all 0. Okay, I think, let's, what do we do? Maybe we can start thinking on how do we tackle this. I haven't completely finished doing the EDA, but I think we have a pretty good start. Um, I think one thing that I did not look at is the test set, right? Okay, hold on. Because yeah, 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 yeah. Wait, I did. Yeah, we saw test CSV, but I was saying that tracking files. I'm just seeing how useful is this train.csv file. What do we get out of here? Like, is there anything that's useful? Arena type, arena height, like, are these relevant? Um, anyway. And my another question is, are all the annotations that we have... Okay, hold on. I don't know, I did CSV again. Fuck. Yeah, so the action is not here. Right, right. Okay, okay. Wait, but this is different though. Why is this different? Oh, it's a tracking file. What am I doing? It's exactly the same. Okay, so I assume. Well, let's look at train.csv again, right? Because I don't think this is that necessary. Like, what will I do with mouse once trained? Uh, isn't this just the same always? Some strain. Well, obviously, like, what's mouse one would be different in each video, right? I don't know, actually. Um, yeah, these are different. Okay. So how would I go about solving this? Or do I think about that now? I mean, I kind of get it that there's not a lot I would want to look at here. Um, maybe that we can just check out Ambrose's EDA. Maybe we can just start modeling, to be honest. Let's see. There's Ambrose. Okay. Let's see. There's Ambrose. Okay. Hey, yeah, she made a she or he, I don't know, but they made a visualizer. Holy fuck! It's very impressive. Okay. So these are the different paws. So we saw this over here in the train data set. Different body parts that were being tracked. Yeah. So there's forepaw left, right, hind paw left, right. And there's head, ears, nose. Oh man, that's so nice. I want to see this. It's so cute. Okay. Hmm. So not a lot of EDA actually. It's just a visualization, which is actually amazing. This is not take anything away, but that's really really nice. Mount songs. Mount. No wait, mount. This sounds very wrong for some reason. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, that's Ambrose with the visualization. Okay. Maybe you can try some submissions now, right? We have a good idea of the data set. Yeah. Let's try to submit now. How is the submission supposed to be? They expect a submission.csv file, right? Okay. Right. So what I could do is for each, actually before this, there's also one more thing I wanted to look at. That's right. I wanted to look at the competition metric code. They mentioned it was, yeah, this one. It's too much. It's too much to read, man. I'm too lazy. I'll feed this to ChatGPT and see what it says. Do I open ChatGPT on stream? I have second thoughts about this. Let me check, hold on. Okay. I think this should be fine. Explain this. Let's see what it says. It's an F beta score of the implementation for the MaBe challenge, which is not the name. Is that the name? I don't think that's the name. Yeah, MaBe challenge. maybe it's correct, I don't know. But anyway, getting a little sidetracked. Okay, this is just F1 score. Um, okay. I don't quite understand this. So I have two questions. How is score for each frame, and what is beta? What was my second question again? How are these? So, how are these frame-wise F1 scores? Each action is expanded into a set of individual frames. And what's the value of beta for our so beta is just 1. What is mouse f beta called? Mouse f beta. Yeah, mouse f beta is 1 then. So if it's 1, it's a standard F1. So we have a per action aggregation, and then lab averaged, and then there's another global average. Okay, some example would be nice. There's 1 video, 1 lab, 1 agent target pair, and 2 actions. Tag and mount. So submitted this. Expand the frame sets. Okay. And you per TP count. We have we have 2 positives for attack. Okay. We have yeah. That's 3, and then there's 2 here. Okay, so every wrong submission counts as a false positive. Oh, this is very brutal. Oh wow. So not only you're better off not predicting correctly then. I mean you're better off not predicting anything at all because this metric is extremely brutal. So you have 2 into 3 by 2 into 3 plus 1 plus 0 for attack, for mount, average them across, and across slabs. Okay. Yeah. That's very interesting. I don't even know where to start. There's no starter notebook. Oh, this is going to be fun. Is there any hint at all? Well, what I think we should do is for each lab and for each video in each lab, we need to create a validation set. Now let's do that first. Hold on, I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is for each lab, we have a bunch of videos, right? I'm gonna do like a 80-20 split for each lab. And call that as my validation set. What do you guys say? So that's essentially how it is in testing, right? We don't have that. Let's call this tracking. Actually, it's confusing me. Alright, let's start. So, is there any useful information that we get from the training data? I think we do, right? So let me just do this first. So, I don't know how to do this in Python. Well, what I want is for each uh, video and like train tracking, I want to well, for each lab ID, I want to split the number of videos in a 75-25 basis based on the not based randomly, but and then split it into test and val. How do I do this? Let me ask ChatGPT. That's right. What? No, each subfolder is not a video. What? Directory. Is each subfolder? No, each subfolder is. No, each subfolder is a lab ID. Inside Yes, yes, yes. That's right. I think the lab ID is irrelevant now, right? What will I do with the lab ID? Don't think it's relevant actually. Can I just combine all the Parquet files together? I'm just thinking, what could that mean exactly? Because I don't want to undo it later on. Can I do this? We know that the lab IDs, well, not all lab IDs have this, but even then, like, and these are anonymous. Oh man, I actually don't know. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it like this for now. Okay, frame ratio is this. This is fine. 8,790. Wait, what? That makes no sense. Bro, there are not 8,000 videos here. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, okay, they are. What the fuck is this? Oh, these are big. Oh man, okay. Everything's inside train files and valve files. So I talk about one train file. I essentially want the model to understand the mouse interactions, right? Um, hmm. So just this actually. This is Parquet. So I just wanted to understand this and this. Wait, what? Where's the... Oh, that's an annotation. Okay. So Train annotation, lab ID, and then we have the qualification. Import alpha shuffling. Yeah, let's do this section. It's called brain tracking files. And there's the brain annotation files. Okay. Cool. So we have this. Let's just call this string. Yeah, so essentially what we need to do is we use the annotations. It's essentially the same though. Okay, it's different frames. Well, just for detecting, I will assume that these mices are point objects. Let me just write that down. So for now, assume mice are point objects, and I'm averaging mouse's center of mass pixel coordinates by averaging the x, y coordinates at each frame. So what I can do is take this center of mass, it's not exactly center of mass, but like, you know, still, guess you got the point. So for each body part that we have, well, let's say we're talking about the first mouse. Now this is the tracking file, right? So I don't need this. Each frame. Okay, these are continuous. And say I pick a frame. Say this. And say I pick a mouse. Right. And I could just take the average of x, something like this. Actually, just put this here. Yeah. I do the same for y, and I can just approximate the location of the mice at every frame and kind of bring down the size of the tracker. So maybe what we can do is I'll group by video frame and mouse ID. Okay, I'm actually I'm too lazy to write any code these days. I just ask everything to ChatGPT. I don't think it's very healthy. Could you group by? Okay, let me just give it the video frame. Could you group by video frame and mouse ID and average out the center of mass position for each mouse ID by taking mean of x and x coordinate and y coordinate of each body part to calculate mass position for each mouse ID. Okay, so I'll call this train tracking body part redux. Or just a COM, yeah, COM. Just write this down. This. Oops, what did I just do? COM is center of mass. I don't know, bro. Okay, hold on. Is it center of mass or center of mass? It's the center. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Center of mass. For fuck's sake. And I guess you do this. Um, I guess this is for 0, right? Train tracking files of 0, I assume. Yeah. So we need to do this for uh, every mouse, well, every video, right? Just combine them together. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is how big. 146216. Now how big is it now? 20,000. Okay, that makes it bigger. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The thing is, there are 8,000 such Parquet files. So the final DF that would be made is this big. These many number of rows. Uh, yeah, I don't think Python would be too happy to look at this number. The issue is I can't average frames out either. I don't know, I'm just thinking really hard as to what I can do here. How many frames are there in this video? 10,000. Yeah, 5 seconds is too long a duration to cut down the frame size to. I'm thinking along the lines of if the X and Y of the mouse IDs in a particular frame are too far away, I would assume that there's not a lot going on. But again, right, you have actions like chase, which is going to make things a little trickier. Like if you look at the actions that we have, um, yeah, approach, like these things can be done on the on from very like very far, so I can't really remove that. Oh man, this is difficult. I don't think any model is capable um, to predict from this data frame that's um, this big. The annotations are very sparse. Maybe what I can do for now is just filter out the video frames based on just the sparse annotations, because there's no point in like holding every single frame with you, like if you look at the annotations, like if where are the where was the file? What file was that where we had um, the frames? Uh, yeah, it was tracking, right? Was it not tracking? What was the file where we had the start and the end frames? It showed that something was happening. Yeah, it is annotation. Why can't I see it? Huh? What's going on here? Is it what? Where are the annotations? Annotation training database. Okay, what's going on? Did I miss something? Three annotation files. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I see what happened. Okay, right. Yeah. So what I was saying was we only look at the start and the end frames over here, and if they're we basically, like, for example, over here we know that there's nothing in between 2600 2682 and 2746, so we just remove those. But we don't. Yeah, we just remove those frames from our training. Unfortunately, we do need them sometimes because we do have to tell our model that if, well, how would the model know the sparse annotations? Wait, we actually know. We don't. Yeah, you're right. We don't need to predict. We don't need to show the sparse annotations at all because we just wouldn't predict anything for those frames, right? Oh yeah, yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah, this we can do this. We can do this. So basically, I will create a list of all the actionable frames based on the train annotation df. I will filter the train tracking df accordingly based on the frames that I get. Yeah. Let me ask ChatGPT. So given train annotation df that looks like this, let's do an example. Um, I want to filter only those rows in where its video frame lies. Actually, not train tracking. I think this is the wrong. This is the wrong. Yeah, this. The com redux file here. Video frame lies in between start frame and start frame because those are the ones that contain annotations. The reason being that just for one example, there are 20,000 rows and there are 8,000 plus videos. So we need to filter out the data. Listen, 10 minutes from not only those things are actually annotated. Vectorized filtering. Okay. So let me just clean up a little bit here, sorry. Did I import pandas? I did. Okay, let's see if this is right. Oh man, that didn't increase, it didn't decrease a lot. It did, but it's not as much as I expected. I genuinely hope the those frames where we have an action as part of the framing set. I may change this here. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to decrease the size further. I mean, 15K, still a lot. Just to be sure I don't forget, this was created by doing this. Right? No? Oops. Yeah, I don't know what else I can do, man. Let's try combining. Let's see how big it is. Um, well, I'll just use this instead now. Color, based on column value frame being in between start frame and frame. Let's not call it filter tracking either. Um, just call it relevant frames with actions. Okay, let's just call it filter frames for now. I'll change it a little later. I was using polars. No. The polars is faster actually. Yeah, fuck it. You can do it in polars if you want. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think this should be done in polars, to be honest, because this is a very compute heavy task. And obviously I need to do this only once, right? This is only on training. Okay, so we know what to do on each example. Just put the symbol back there. Just clean this up a little bit. We do this for all train and validations. Wait, hold on. All train tracking files. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let me save this. EDA on single tracking train tracking file. Just click on this ship. Yeah, I'll do this and I'll take a break. Maybe even call it a day actually. Calling it all filtered. Okay, we have the here. Okay. Those colors. Let's put this over there. Oh, okay. Oh, what? It's some annotations are not available and they are present inside tracking. That's gonna make it a little awkward. Um, especially from MaBe. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT to ignore if an annotation is not available in the folder. Ignore that train tracking and annotation file. Don't worry about missing annotations. Got an error? No, it's running, but holy fuck. Okay, that's too many. Is it all under this? Is it done? Skipping. It's too much. Everyone, let's cancel it. I think this is too much going on. It's too long. I want a little neater. Wait, what? Still happening? Where else is there skipping? For fuck's sake. So, and then I wonder why is it going so fast? Is it because those are very small files? Don't quite understand this. Okay. Let's see how big the file is. Oh, 7 million rows. That's not that bad. Okay. Yeah, that kind of checks out, I guess. Um, I don't need that. I don't know why it prints this. It's not necessary. Yeah. Well, this is like hardly enough, I would say, because well, we need the. Well, come to think about it, we do need the video ID when we combine these. Mm, maybe we need the video ID. Hmm. My brain is very blank right now. I think I'll call it a day, to be honest. Here's what I need to do at least. Use CSV features mapping to this data frame. We need the video ID. It's only for that video ID. Uh, the mouse one is like it's unique to that video ID, so I don't think this is doing it like this is really what we want. Okay, I'll call it a day here. Baseline graph. Unfortunately, couldn't make a sub. Just too much work. I wonder what others are doing. You're taking speed. It's interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. Anyway, I'll have a look. That's it for today, guys. There's actually I need to work on the hull competition as well. So yeah, lot of things to do. I'll probably do video on this tomorrow. I'll keep streaming more and more as these competitions are like very active now. The only issue with this competition is that the leaderboard is basically useless because, bro, if you achieve a sharp ratio of 17, like you don't really need to do anything else. Your life is sorted. But okay, anyway, let's see. That's it for today, guys. I maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.